Hey everybody, I'm Blitz. Welcome to a brand new series on a game called Shadowrun Hong Kong. Shadowrun Hong Kong is a cRPG that is based on the Shadowrun tabletop gaming franchise. Imagine that, Shadowrun game based on Shadowrun. Anyway, what Shadowrun is basically a cross between cyberpunk and high fantasy. So think like cybernetic implants, hacking, drone control, mixed with like Lord of the Rings creatures and different magic systems from that. So you get like an orc with a bionic implant in their arm. That's kind of the way it is. I guess it's a cyber weave implant in this. Anyway, this game is developed by Harebrained Schemes, who have developed 2 of the last 3 video games in the Shadowrun universe, Shadowrun Returns, and Shadowrun Dragonfall. This was a Kickstarter back in January of 2015 when I first saw it. I'm relatively a new player in the Shadowrun franchise. I've always wanted to do a Let's Play of one of these games, so when I saw the Kickstarter campaign for this one, I decided to pencil it into my schedule and keep an eye on it as it was developing. So I've been kind of following how this one's been developing. I had it on my schedule for a long time. So a couple of weeks ago, when I was asked if I wanted to maybe make a sponsored series, I decided to take the developers up on that. So basically, this series is sponsored. They're going to be helping me out a little bit financially as we go ahead through this series. You're going to be seeing a little circle like this at the top of it. I'm still able to say what I want to say. I'm not bound to say, you have to do this thing and this thing and this thing. No, we're not doing that. It's just going to be regular Blitz playing a game and having fun. So if you want to check it out for yourself, it is available on Steam for, I think it's about $20, and that's down below in the video description. There's a link that you can check out to go get it on your own. I do know that a lot of these cRPGs, and especially the Shadowrun games, are very, very heavy on story, and there's a lot of text to read. So, and a lot of people would rather play the game on their own rather than watch someone else play it. So definitely go check it out if you want to do that. Also, there is a large amount of profanity in this game, and the Shadowrun universe is basically what happens is you're a Shadowrunner, or kind of an underground mercenary who goes off and does your own little tasks as a group, and you get contracts to do whatever you want. So you can kind of backstab and get backstabbed, and a whole bunch of intricate storylines in the game. So there is a little bit of the profanity and some other stuff. So if you are sensitive to that, then you may want to stay away from the game in general, but if not, then go ahead and watch the series and look at the game for yourself. So let's get into the game. Alright, so we're in the startup screen here, and this is the story screen where you can check out which campaign you want to play. There's a active modding community in the Shadowrun universe too, so in the future there'll be more stories that you can play through that the modding community will do. But right now we're just going to do the regular one. We're going to launch that, and we're going to play it on normal. Easy mode's a little bit easy. The Shadowrun games have never really been ones that are extremely difficult, and I don't really want to beat my face against the wall on a hard mode, and I don't really want to go cheesy McCheesy mode on easy. So we'll just play on normal and get into the character creation screen here. So there are 2 different genders, amazing, and 5 different races that we can pick. The humans, the elves, the dwarves, the orcs, and the trolls. So trolls are the biggest of the metahumans. Oh, so basically the backstory is there was an awakening, and this is all set on Earth in somewhere around the 2050. I think this one's 2056 on Earth. And sometime in the mid-21st century, there was an awakening, and basically magic came back to the Earth, and different races or metahumans developed. So basically, when you get to a certain age, you kind of went into one trait or another. Elves and humans are kind of the normal ones, and then these 3 are kind of discriminated against in a way. They're kind of looked down on. I think it's called goblinization. They got goblinized, so they're kind of looked down upon. But each of these have their own pluses and minuses. Humans start with +3 karma. Karma is basically the experience points. So you don't get experience based on how many guys you kill in a mission. You get experience for completing the mission and living through it. So you get a little bit more experience to start the game with, and the basic stats are everything at 9. Then we get elves here, or that's the maximum stats. So you can level up your stats to a maximum level of 9. And then we got elves that have a little more charisma, so they can talk a little bit more. They love their trees and being hippies. I hate elves, by the way. I absolutely hate elves. Anything with elves, I don't like playing them. I got too much Dwarf Fortress in me to enjoy elves. Dwarves, I do like dwarves, but I don't particularly like the way dwarves are implemented in this. They're more willpower rather than, I guess, I don't know, more willpower instead of industrial. So they still have a little bit better body and quickness and strength, which is their, like the body is how strong or how tough you are, how many hit points you've got. The quickness is like the dodge, and then the strength is the brute strength. And then that's where these two really come into it. So trolls start with better body and strength, but they have less higher charisma and intelligence. So they're kind of herpa-derpa-dumb, but they're really strong, and they're really, they got a good body. So I'm thinking I might want to play one of these. I don't really like the way they look either, but I think we might try one of those out. And I wanted to play either the Physical Adept or the Street Samurai. These are the 6 different archetypes that there are. The Street Samurai is kind of, I think this one's like the warrior, essentially a warrior class, where they're more of thrown weapons and close quarters combat. And then you get the mage, which is obviously a caster. The Decker is kind of a cool one. So Deckers go into the Matrix. The Matrix is like the internet that is visualized, sort of a virtual reality internet that they plug in. Think of like the actual movie, The Matrix, where you plug in your brain into the computer system. That's kind of what they do, and then you can go through there and unlock different, like turn off cameras or turn off or rob a security terminal or something like that. We got Shamans. Shamans are basically like WoW Shamans. They do a little bit of summoning. They have totems, and they've got like healing too. So it's kind of a mix between like a summoning and a healer and kind of a utility class. The Riggers are pretty cool too. The Riggers are, they control, kind of a ranger. They control bots and small robot vehicles around. So they're kind of cool. I like the Riggers. I like kind of a combination of the Decker and the Rigger, but I'm not going to play that. And then there is the Physical Adept. So it's kind of a magic-based warrior, if I understand it right. And they have the key casting, so it's a little bit of a skill. So I think I am going to go with the human, or the Street Samurai. We're going to try it out. We're going to get, I'm going to try to get as many cyber weave implants as we can, which are like, think like Wolverine claws or boost to adrenal glands, something like that. So we'll try it out, and then we can pick what we look like. So this is what the orc looks like here. He's got a little bit of fangs going on. Oh yeah, some of these guys look cool. Can I get a beard? I need a beard. I need a bearded orc. Oh, look at that dude. He's got cross eyes. That'd be better if he was cross-eyed. That one's ugly. That one's still ugly. That one's ugly too. That one there wasn't so bad. Maybe. He's got a tattooed soul patch. You can never really trust a guy with a soul patch, though. Let's see. Yeah, he's alright. Kind of like that. Did he have a soul patch, though? He had a little bit of a beard. Little goatee. It might work. Oh! Creepy. Oh, now we get the hipster orcs going on. Alright, let's go back to the dude we were... maybe we'll check out the trolls. What kind of trolls do we have? They have horns, too. Not so keen on a horn troll. That guy's alright, though. I think he looks like a guy we could trust. This is going to be a little bit crazy. So we can switch this off, and then we can change the skin color. Ooh, we can have a green. Can we have a green orc? A blue one? Wait, hold. Hey, well, we have to match the picture. That always bugs me. When you get that one. You get a different color than your little picture is, and a hairstyle. Okay. I don't know. Does that look good? Sure, good enough for me. And then what do we get for a beard? Can we have a beard? Need a little bit of one going on. I think that'll work. Do we want to play a troll, though? So it's better. The quickness is lower, and I kind of want to play with a quicker class. Quickness 9. We'll go with the orcs. It was towards the end where we saw the dude. It was kind of alright. That one. Maybe not. Yeah, we'll go with him. Continue to stats. And he needs... Does he have a beard? Let's get that beard going. I can't see. Alright, good enough. Good enough for me. Continue to stats. Alright, spend your karma. So like I said earlier, the karma is basically your experience points. So we can put these into our different spots here. There's body, which is, this is actually say, yes, measure of physical resilience. For every point in body, hit points increase by 10. So quickness is the body. No. Quickness. There we go. Used to calculate the chance to hit in range combat. Reduces the chance to be hit by enemy attacks. So one of the things in these style of games is cover is very important, and you want to minimize the amount of times you're being hit. rather than healing through everything. So it's a lot of kind of hiding and dodging, which is right here. Dodge further reduces the chance to be hit, so that's kind of cool. And then there's the strength, which is the straight up brute strength, melee combat sort of thing. We have intelligence going on here, and this is more for the biotech and the decking. So the decking is the hacking thing, and then the drone control of the riggers is under intelligence as well. So we're not too high on the intelligence for default. We also have willpower, which is spellcasting, which we're not going to be doing. And then charisma. Charisma is kind of our dump stat, our lowest one that we're going to go with. And this is, actually, we could put 1 point in there to get etiquette. We might do that. So etiquettes are basically what you've been trained about. So if we've been trained in a corporate system, then we're going to know a little bit more about being corporate. But I'm going to pick Shadowrunner, because that's kind of what the game is. Shadowrunners is kind of a, think of, like, you know the streets a little bit better. This one, you know how to be a thug. This one, you know how to talk with people. Being social. Security is helping with the security guards. Academics being smarter. More of a academic area, I guess, like a professor or something. So we're going to pick the Shadowrunner. We're going to be kind of a street dude. And then we're going to try to get the rest of our stats. So if we do want to get like higher, if we put this one, if we put a point into that, it would take 6 away and we'd have 18. So we could do that, or we can take it out of there. If we went up to 7, we'd take 6 for this one and then 7 for that one and go down. Makes sense, right? Some of the other ones, so we could take like number 1 here, just a number 1, and that'd be worth 1. So the higher you get, the more expensive things are, and the more points it takes to upgrade. So I do want to get some of the cyberweaves going on. We get essences. Essence is how much of the cyberware that you can actually have, and I've been saying cyberweave instead of cyberware. But yeah, you get additional slots. So the essence is basically like your soul essence of how much of a flame you have inside, and the more mechanical you get, the less essence you have. So like the mages can't cast if they don't have any essence, so your spells are less. So we're going to go kind of a melee mode here, and we can use twin slash for hand raisers, and then we might take this one too, eviscerate, or this is going to give us additional essence. We don't really need that right now, because we can't actually get any upgrades. So we'll hold on to that. Quickness, I want to do quickness and dodge. I don't want to be hit by physical attacks. So I think I might up this one pretty good. We don't want to be hit if we're going to run in and smacking people. And we can dodge a little bit more. We're at 12 of 14. We could also put some points in range combat, because there are going to be times that we're kind of pinned down. Maybe a shotgun would be a good idea to do. We could do some shotgunning. Kneecap. Let's do, what's this one? Additional weapon slot. I don't really need that right now, but we can do that. Should we do shotgun or SMG? The pistols are always good too. Let's do the SMG. Spray and pray hits adjacent targets. Yeah, we'll do that. And critical damage percentage visible. Let's do that too, so we can see if we're gonna do. Yeah, that'll be okay. And we'll do some strength as well. We want some close combat and some. We don't really need the melee weapons because we're gonna do our cyberweave. So the cyberware, apologies, is the hand razor cyber weapon. So I think that'll work. I've not actually played with one of these guys recently. We can do throwing weapons as well. Increases thrown blade chance by 15%. So let's put in our points. Unarmed. Punches and kicks. Does this... I wonder if that one works. Maybe. I don't think so, though. So these are going to be our 3 up here. Strength, or body... should I put more in here? Quickness and strength. I'll do another one. Hit with melee, unarmed combat, as well as melee cyber weapons such as spurs and hand razors. Okay, we do need more of these. We'll do that, and then we could take like 1 point of something else. I wonder if this one works. I kind of don't think so. That's all right. And then we can take shotgun. I don't have anything else that I really want to grab. I think that's going to work. We can keep one point. That should be fine. Biotech. That might be all right. But I'm not really concerned about that. So we'll confirm. We'll leave our 1 point. Some of you guys may scream, want to finish your character creation and start the game? You may spend karma later at any time. So that's what we'll do. So let's confirm. And I think... Oh, we need to get a name. Blitz. And I know the Decker in Shadowrun Dragonfall... His name was Blitz, so that's fine. It's a different game. We're going to be that, and it will be Blitz for our name. All right, we'll confirm. And there we go. Intro cutscene. I'll be quiet now.
You have one new message.
Hi. It's Raymond. I hope I have the right number. Look, I know we haven't spoken in a while, but I need your help. Remember the day I took you and Duncan off the streets? I told you that the past is just a story, that if you can just accept that, your past loses all power over you. Yeah. I was wrong. I'm on my way to Hong Kong now, to finish something I should have faced a long time ago. And I need you with me. I know we're not blood, and we didn't leave things in a good place, but you and Duncan are the only real family I have. Please, if our past means anything to you, meet me in Hong Kong right away. I'll explain more when you get here. I'm begging you. I'm almost out of time.
Very cool. So you get a little bit of a setting of what the game's going to be. Basically, we go to Hong Kong, and there's an old dude who is somehow needing us to come in and help out. I'm assuming that's a letter to us, or a vlog to us. He's up on the YouTube, he's doing his vlog, saying, hey, come visit me. We got some good food here. I know. So, we're going to get into the game here, and Raymond Black, that's the dude's name, is the old man that gave you a home once. It took you and Duncan off the gang-ridden streets of the Barrens, sheltered, educated, slapped some sense into you both until you almost resembled productive members of society. And then you took off, left it all behind, landed behind bars for a time, tried to start a new life after that. It's been 8 years since you've heard Raymond's voice. Until out of the blue, you got this cryptic message, a plea for help. Meet me in Hong Kong right away. And wired to your account enough nuyen to pay for the flight and then some. Nuyen is money. That's the money, the currency of the game. The descent is rough. A squall comes out of nowhere, sending a solid sheet of rain punching into the suborbital transport. With a ragged shudder, the plane finally skids to a halt at the edge of the Czech-Lapkok tarmac. An hour and an interminable number of emotionless security checkpoints later, you hail a water taxi to Victoria Harbor. Hong Kong looms ahead, pulsing with energy. So with this said, rating is a bit tough for me. The dyslexia kind of messes words up, so you might get a little bit of a pause or a stutter from me, and it's just I'm trying to reprocess what's going on. So I do know that a long story-driven Let's Play series like this can be a little bit tough, but I'll do the best I can. And usually the more tired I am, the worse it gets, so I'll be recording this one when I'm more awake. All right. So the game is autosave. That's awesome. Here we go. So the Hong Kong Victoria Harbor, August 2056, monsoon season. You step from the churning of the water taxi to the ponderous rocking of the docks, your stomach lurching at the transition. As soon as you're clear, the captain nods once and steers a small craft back into the harbor. The man never said a word, just handed you a worn brown duffel bag when you stepped on the boat filled with gear, some stiff new body armor, and a note, better safe than sorry, from D. I guess that's Duncan. Above, smog-thick clouds hang low in the sky, reflecting the lights of the city in a nauseating swirl. The wind changes direction more than once, creating a heady stew of aromas, diesel, sea salt, street food, and filth. It's all you can do to keep your in-flight meal where it belongs. Two figures stand, waiting in the dim light of the pier. The first is an orc, lean, with in-your-face muscles, and a jaw made to break fists. The second is an elf. Oh, great. One hand resting casually against her hip. Raymond Black is nowhere to be seen. Duncan. Well, don't you look bad. Duncan wooed. The closest thing you have to a brother. You haven't seen the man in 8 years. Still as charming as ever. He grins. Green's not really your color, Blitz. It doesn't go with the nice new armor I got you. As you open your mouth to respond, something shifts alarmingly in your stomach. A liquid, bubbling sensation. Great, we're gonna yak. Oh, body 3. So this is a skill check that we get for having our body up at level 3. Tough it out. Don't know what you're talking about. Must be that harbor light's messing with you. Nice to see you. I'm guessing he yaks. So we'll tough it out. Must be. Guess you still got some of your old fortitude at least, he laughs. Considering how much synthahol we used to put down, I'd be surprised if you couldn't handle a little chop. Anyway, we gotta go find Raymond. Find Raymond? I thought he'd be here. Or where's the old man? Let's be relatively nice. Never showed up. He still got that same baritone rasp he had when he was 12. Wu developed early. Did you try him on the comp? No clue where he might be. When was the last time you saw him? No sense standing around then. Where's the meeting place? Must be nice. We lost some. A few weeks ago, before I got the message telling us to meet him here. I've been working a lot, so I hadn't been by the house in a while. How was he? Any idea what's going on? House still the same? Is Mrs. Maloney still cleaning up a trail of pipe tobacco in his wake? The orc bows his head. Mrs. Maloney's dead, Blitz. 3 years ago. Bad ticker. He couldn't hire another housekeeper after that. He kind of creeped them out. Oh, creeped them out. Raymond hasn't been himself in a long time. Oh, how so? He's been restless, staying in his study, inside his own head a lot, and he barely sleeps anymore. I've been worried about him, but I haven't figured out what to do about it. He looks up at you and shrugs. And I didn't have a brother to run to. I wasn't even sure you were still alive until Raymond managed to track down your number. Hey girl, can I have your number? Carter, the woman standing behind... This is a girl now. Oh, we should get going, Duncan. Head back to the meeting point in case your dad shows up. Copy that, Sarge. Wearing a Lone Star body armor. Looks like Duncan Wu's gone private police. So it must be like a rent-a-cop security system or something like that. Sarge? Your girlfriend or something? You his partner? Unfortunately, yes. Although partner's not the right word for it. Exactly. I like superior officer better. As she grins. I let him carry my coffee for me and write parking tickets. That kind of thing. Woman taps her chest to armored finger. Carter. I figured I could use some backup, and didn't know what Ray got himself into, and I wasn't sure you were going to show up. So it's a tossed-off remark, but there's undercurrent of resentment in it. Well, surprise! Here I am. Yeah, well, I wasn't so sure, you know. He shakes his head. Hey, look, I'm glad you're here, Blitz. Seriously. But I need you to take some time to get used to having you around again. It's been a while since I heard from you. You know what I mean? Memories of sleepless nights and lockup flash by. Wondering if you'd ever see Duncan or Raymond again. Wondering if you ever wanted to. And then, stepping out of the daylight, suddenly free, the followed of some obscure corporate restructuring, a few hundred new yen worth of apology from your former jailers, and a decision to start a new life. To leave the past behind, all of it, until now. So that's one other thing in the game. Government has kind of been dissolved, and giant corporations kind of control these new areas. So there's going to be big corporations that will probably get acquainted to, and we'll have to like hack in and steal stuff from them to give it to a different one. It's kind of the way the Shadowrunning works, where you have one corporation that you might be loyal to, and then something else comes up on some other side, then you backstab both of them, and they send a kill team to kill you. And then you kill both of the kill teams, and then you take all the loot, and you win. So that's kind of the way the game goes. A lot of kind of backstabbing going on. So one person who you may really, really like is probably really, really bad, and then another person you really, really like is going to die right away. So it's kind of a weird system. Anyway, I know I've been out of touch. Yeah, we'll talk about it later. I had my reasons. Can we leave it at that for now? Sure. And he scans the waterfront, frowning. Let's just find Raymond. He was supposed to meet us at the plaza on the other side of the pier. The sooner we find him, the sooner we can have a big happy family reunion over dinner. As she grins again. She's a really grinner. And the sooner I can have a place to get a drink around here. Oh, that's the reasons. That's right. Ahead of you, Hong Kong rises serpent-like from the sea. Government and megacorp coiled together. Writhing? In their basket of institutionalized corruption. No one can tell where the snake's body ends and the tail begins. That's what Raymond used to say. Duncan turns and starts down the pillar. Carter follows. All right. So we are now introduced to kind of the whole user interface here. Nothing really exciting. We have, what does that one do? That centers us on our guy, I guess. And then this was like the quest log and the inventory spaces. And that's the backpack, what we actually have in the inventory. Looks like we have the SMG. And then this is the menu here. Action points, we still have that. We have 1 armor. So armor in the game is something I'm not particularly used to. I'm going to look it up in between videos here. But the other games didn't really have an armor system that I'm aware of. So we have our thing here. We need to keep the team alive, and we need to head to the meeting location. We don't have any side quests or mission items there. And then here, known etiquette, we are a Shadowrunner, and we have our other people in the team, trained by the Lone Star, an expert in assault rifle combat and non-lethal takedowns. Nice. That's awesome. And then Carter, the elf, female. This is very indicative of they didn't take time to give her a description, so that means that she probably won't be around too long. Spoiler alert, she's going to die. Alright, but she's got some good things. Throwing weapons, dodge, spell casting a little bit, so she probably has some spells. And then Duncan here, he's throwing weapons, close combat. Okay, so this guy's a lot like we are. Range combat and dodge, rifle. Very nice. And we don't have, we do have some stuff here. You can't actually equip these guys. You can trade with them, it looks like. Huh, cool. And then the cyberware. So if we go back to Blitz, he doesn't have any cyberware yet, but we will. And then you got outfit, we can up that. Alright, let's get out of that menu, and we're going to walk around WASD, pan around the screen, and we can walk around different places. We control our main guy. Look at that run. That is an amazing run. And we can check out these little things, so we can inspect. Fresh construction is expanding in the harbor out into the water. Corporate interests can afford to create new streets. Huh, nice. That's an amazing run. Wow. Okay, we got something down here. Looks like a locked up gate. That's fine. And you can still see over there. Oh, door. This is the locked gate up here. It's going to say the gate is locked. Do you want to open it? Yes or no? The guard shack at the end of the pier is dark and empty. Duncan gives you a gate a push, but it doesn't budge. Amazing, because it's a giant chunk of concrete. Huh. Well, it was open earlier. Looks pretty solid. Shouldn't there be someone here to let us out or something? I guess we'll have to find another way to reach it. Maybe if you bang your head against it hard enough, it'll open. Ha, maybe. He squints into the guard shack. Strange that there's no one here, though, isn't it? Who knows? It's Hong Kong. Not exactly sure how things work around here. Come on, rookie. We can cut through the construction site. So that must be the other gate. I hate it when you call me that. Rookie. Alright, this must be the construction site. Yep, there's a terminal. Security checkpoint. The gate is locked. Well, we knew that. But the nearby control panel appears accessible. Carter pulls it open with a metallic screech that pierces your skull, sending a new wave of pain to your churning stomach. Oh yeah, we're still yakking, aren't we? She examines the control panel for a moment and then throws Wu a backward glance. Looks like there's another way to get off the docks and on the other side of this gate. I think we can bypass the lock. Intelligence 3. Nope. Stand aside and let her work. Yeah, we can do that. Carter fiddles with some wires and the door lock hisses open. Good job. Got it. Let's go. All right. And this is very interesting too. When there are a lot of crates around, as I said in the intro, that typically means that we're going to need cover. So I'm guessing when we walk in here, we're going to get attacked. Maybe not. Aha! Movement. Enemy turn. Yes, we are. Shouting in Cantonese. It's Hong Kong after all. They're going to speak Cantonese. Too quick to catch. There's a third guy. Alright. The group on the dock was fishing a package out of the speedboat when he surprised them. Now the package is at the bottom of the bay, and the speedboat is disappearing into the distance. Great. They close in on you, red-faced and yelling. The light of the harbor glints off their weapons as they approach. The leader shouts something in Cantonese, but it's too fast to make out. You're rusty. It's been years since Raymond's house, and the language lesson that wouldn't end. The old man never spoke anything in his native language at home. You guys doing some late-night fishing? Oh yeah, we're fishing for buttholes. You're gonna need some better bait, and all you're gonna catch is trouble. Seriously? Do they teach you that in rent-a-cop school? Or do you whisper to them? Try out your Cantonese. We're just passing through. Why don't you put your guns away? Lone Star! So our dude isn't a cop, but we've assumed the role of rental cop. Now, let's just whisper to the dude. He turns with a smile, starting on his face. Then he thinks it better of it. He turns back to the smugglers. Lone Star, put down the guns. Oh, great. So he's going to play real cop. The smuggler squints at the Wu's badge. And smiles at his friends. Never seen a badge like that before. Either it's fake, or you're some sort of security guard. Yep. Either way, it ends the same. Great, as he grabs his rifle. I think he's done talking. Alright, guys, I tell you what. Oh, turn-based combat. Let's close this up. And we're going to get into this next episode. That was a rough introduction to the game. I hope you're going to enjoy this series. If you do, down below in the video description has the playlist and a lot more information and a link to the Steam page. So if you want to check out those, that would be awesome. And stay tuned for more. Keep your stick on the ice. We'll catch you next time.